Again, I just like saying it.
Well, I got a feeling he's going to play well enough where you're going to have to say it a lot.
A lot. And how rare are guys who want to play with their back to the basket anymore? It's a dying breed in this game.
Yeah.
And then to find one who can really do it?
Yeah, who's talented enough, and GU's lucky to have two of them, in Dower and Karnowski. Just that pass too low from Kevin trying to get it over the top.
Stockton took it away, and he rolls it in.
What a great play by David Stockton there. Don't give up on the play. Defensive transition, comes up with a steal. Defense never stops him. Take that thing all the way to the basket yourself.
Hart was knocked to the floor, no whistle. Stockton clears the rebound off the rim, a miss. Leaves it for Pangos. Right to the rim, left hand, got the roll. That was pretty.
It's a big-time pass and a big-time finish. Your 2 point guards connecting.
And Kevin Rima is down on the floor at the other end for Nazarene. Kevin, the junior out of Fairbanks, Alaska, 6'6", 210. He's dragging his left arm, maybe his shoulder. If he grew up in Fairbanks, he grew up playing hockey. We got a good chance of seeing him again.
I'll be interested to see how often GU goes with the 4-guard lineup. You know, with the size they have, but it works for them.
It works.
You can go either way. I mean, obviously matchups and who you're playing is going to dictate, but it's hard to only have one of your bigs out there on the floor when you have that, that kind of talent.
I agree with that. They've got the strength of 4 really good bigs, but the problem is a lot of times teams are going to try to flip that on them and go small, and so they're going to have to be prepared to go back and play small. And so I think they'll be able to play both ways.
Hart tried to get it to Karnowski, and a foul called inside.
It's not throwing the ball high enough.
With Family Home Care, you always get the home court advantage you deserve. Live happy with FHC. There's your home court advantage. Since 04-05, the Zags are 104-7 in the McCarthy Athletic Center.
Big Shemek doing a little bit of everything. The ref lost his whistle, went over and picked it up, handed it back to the ref. He knows how to get some foul calls in the States.
He is a nice kid. I've talked to him a lot. He's super mellow and friendly. I think this community is really going to love him. Barham already earned his undergrad degree, so he was able to come to Gonzaga from the University of Memphis and not have to sit out. He's got 2 years of eligibility left.
I learned something interesting today. You know why he's picked number 43? So every time he makes the 3, his teammates can say 4-3.
Wow.
Don't play on words.
That's a heck of a research. I like it.
I never got to pick my number, but
No, he was always 50, 55. The biggest jersey was the biggest
98.
I remember I transferred here and I wanted a number 2, and Huey said no. So I took 34, and then Roney that year had number 2, so I could already tell whose favorite was.
Wow. Stockton and Hart cleans it up.
Well, when you're able to get a transfer like Drew Barham coming to the program, it's such a bonus because he's coming from a high-level program where he's played against great athletes every single day in the competitive conference like Conference USA in big games.
And in practice.
Exactly. So he's able to come back here and be in a tough environment and be able to succeed.
Stockton on the move. Watch this little pretty pass behind the back to Pangos with a strong finish with the left hand. All Gonzaga. There's downtown Spokane. Busy town tonight. There's Mr. Stockton.
I think you might have something to say to David after missing that last layup on that last possession.
They used the glass. That's what he's probably going to tell him.
Is David our Subway sub of the game? We'll find out a little bit later. But he certainly played well. Left hand off the glass No good, but a foul called. And did they get Dower here? Sam Dower just fouled out.
Yeah, 5 fouls there.
So we're going to get Shemek Karnowski back into the game.
Sam with only 2 field goals attempted. That's not enough. We've got to find him there around the rim. Played 13 minutes there in the first half, just 3 or 4 here in the second half.
Well, he's frustrated.
I think if there's one potential knock on Sam is that sometimes he disappears at times. You know, he's got the opportunity and the ability to score in bunches, but he's got to become a much, much more consistent scorer.
Molinan shot is short. And he runs it down, beat Dranginas to it. Tried to leave it. Tough pass. Somehow he ended up with it again. Donaldson bumped by Karnowski, no foul. Zidzik calling for it inside. He wants to work on the big pole.
This is a great defensive possession here by Gonzaga.
There's a miss.
Great from defensive possession as far as rotating defensively, showing on the pick and roll, help side be in the right position, then finish it out with a rebound.
Barham to the post. Karnowski missed an easy one. He's going to start getting frustrated. He knows these shots have to go in.
He is frustrated now. 3 of 9 from the field with 4 rebounds, 7 points. Missed a lot of bunnies inside, and I know you're not concerned, Dan. We've seen him in practice, but it's going to take a while. Sometimes it just takes a moment, a stretch in a game to get that confidence in game conditions.
Molinan running the floor, but can't finish it. Karnowski with another rebound. Back comes Stockton. Dranginas, left hand, good.
Well, I tell you what, he's smooth. He can go either way with the dribble. A solid shooter. Obviously, he's got some size to him. You know, not the biggest kid, but he's tall and long. I think he could find a strong role on this team.
Without a doubt, I agree. Ability to stretch the defense with his three-point shooting ability and the fact that he can put the ball on the floor and make plays like he did on that last possession.
Got a good feel, can pass the ball.
Travel called there. It's Gonzaga basketball. Eddie down on the baseline to inbound it. Barham, Karnowski, Dranginas, Eddie, and Pangos on the floor for GU. Karnowski. That one goes in.
You know what I like about that possession is you can see it in his eyes right there. He had a little bit more aggression going to get the ball and then attacking the basket when he had possession.
Yeah, he works throughout a possession. You mentioned it earlier. Sometimes Sam will just wait on a block and wait for the ball to come to him. You know, Shemek will work throughout a possession, block to block, nice post entry. And Shemek, allows the defender to come to his high side, makes his left hand available, and he's got such soft touch around the rim. The defender got a hand on the ball, but he's still able to finish through with that touch and that strength.
Dranginas, chance for 3. You know what I'm seeing out of Karnowski? The ability just to go to the post and get an easy bucket. The offense isn't in rhythm. Haven't had that really since JP, if I can remember right.
I would agree with that.
Just be able to throw it in there and let a guy
I think
score.
at times teams will double rob just because of his size and strength. He'd bury guys, but you're right. I mean, he can go to work. He's a lot like Sam in that way, and they're both left-handed. I mean, how often do you see that?
Yeah.
2 guys on the same team that can score with the left hand. And he's got a chance to be good. We talked about it quite a bit tonight. I think it'll be scary to see how good he is once league rolls around. The league is smaller than what he'll play against in a non-conference for the most part, and he'll be so much more comfortable playing here within the program. He's got a chance to do some things.
Well, I think the Gonzaga staff is going to be patient with him as well.
Yeah, and you mentioned at the top, he doesn't have to be the guy now. In fact, he doesn't have to be the guy at all this year. we haven't talked about Kelly much because he's not playing tonight, but he's going to have a huge season. He has really put in the effort, and he's, if not the best guy in practice, he's been one of the better guys in practice to start the year.
Thank you, Richard Fox. Coming to my side.
No, he has, but he's put together a tremendous redshirt year. The coaching staff will tell you, of all the guys they've had come through the program that have redshirted, he has made them as much out of it as anybody else. And I think once he's on the floor and gets used to the Division I speed again, you know how it is. It takes some time after a redshirt year to get comfortable again with the speed of the game. Once he gets there, I think he could have a tremendous season.
I think he's a different player.
He is. Physically, he's the same height as he was, but he looks bigger now. When you play against him, he feels like a post player. Before, as a freshman, sophomore, he never was imposing physically, but now he's put on weight and stronger, and he likes to use some of that size now.
And he's got ab muscles.
That's something
I saw
I've
him pull
never
his shirt up at practice. There's ab muscles in there.
I've never heard somebody say he feels like a post player. That's a new way to describe
Well, when I played against him here over the summer, and I remember playing against him as a freshman, sophomore, and it was kind of you could move him wherever you wanted to on the floor. You didn't really worry about him unless he caught the ball on the perimeter. But this summer, I mean, he put his body into you, and you had to honor that. He definitely a lot stronger than he was.
I've seen attitude in him. I like that. Karnowski.
That is great
Pass out,
on the block.
so he scores.
Great patience on the block.
And we haven't seen it, but he's a tremendous passer. That's probably his best area right now. He loves to feed the ball out of the post from the high post. He hasn't had to do that tonight, but good move.
Shemek with 11 points. Jones into the paint, falling away. Long, Barham with the rebound. Back comes GU. Eddie working hard inside. Skip to Pangos in the corner. Back to Dranginis, left hand. Oh, I like that kick cutting to the rim. Karnowski, another offensive rebound and put back. Shemek Karnowski now with 13 points, 7 rebounds, and a couple of blocks. Hello. Welcome to Spokane, Shemek. 7:28 to play. It's all Gonzaga in Spokane. Time down to the answer to tonight's Arby's trivia question. Which current Zag was named WCC Player of the Week 3 times last season? It was Kevin Pangos. Honored in November, December, and February. Try Arby's new Ultimate Angus Philly today. Angus beef the way it was meant to be. Slow roasted, freshly sliced, and topped with classic Philly ingredients. Arby's, it's good mood food. Gonzaga on a 13-0 run. I don't know what it is, but the fans just seem to be getting younger and younger to me. What does that mean?
I don't think it's their age that's changing
I think that's the problem, isn't it?
I don't know where I was the other day. So I had to tell someone my age, and I said 31, and I couldn't believe it. I just, to say it out. I mean, I know that Greg wishes he was 31 and would tell me, hey, that's young, but I felt like I was 24 just yesterday.
Yeah, but I mean, 33 is not so bad. Here's Eddie and the finish. Eddie into double figures. 5 Zags in this game. Jones inside.
Eddie's done a nice job tonight. That's a question I had with him, was how would he find a way to score? Last year was kind of opportunistic. And this year, he's done a nice job, tonight rather, moving without the ball in transition, offensive rebounds, and that's how he's going to score.
Well, a lot of times junior college transfers, it takes them that second year. They're going to understand their role in the system that much better, and I think that's what you're going to see from him this year.
That was a nice shot by number 3, Connor White. Coeur d'Alene boy.
He's got a big smile on his face.
I'm sure he's got family here for this one.
Yeah.
A 3 from the wing. I see some high fives over there, I'm sure. Their family. Here's one that got away from Big Karnowski. Mullinan with the miss.
Great throw ahead there by David Stockton. Unselfish by Drew.
Karnowski running the floor. And he's got 2 more.
14